Hello, boys and girls. This is lesson 12.4 for math, and we're going to learn how to combine more shapes. Our question is, how can you combine two-dimensional shapes to make new shapes? We started that in lesson 3, but we're going to continue in lesson 4.
You can use these shapes to make other shapes. Use two of these shapes to build the outline of this shape. Will the half circle fit the outline? No. This half circle has a curved side. The outline has all straight sides. Will the square fit the outline? A square has straight sides. And the sides of the square are the same length as the bottom of the outline. Drag the square to the outline shape. Yes, it fits in the bottom. Which other shape can you use? Find a shape that will fit the top part of the outline. Which shape will fit here? A triangle will fill the top of the outline shape. There are two triangles to choose from. Try them both to see which one fits.
Is this
Start
one
with this
fit?
one.
Nope.
This one doesn't fit. You may need to turn the shape so that it fits in the outline.
Well,
This triangle still doesn't fit. Since it has three sides, try rotating it one more time. No, this triangle doesn't fit in the outline. Try the other triangle. Drag it to the outline shape. It doesn't fit this way. Try turning the shape. This triangle fits. A triangle on top of a square fits into the outline. So when you put two shapes together, you can make a new shape. Use three of these shapes to build the outline of this shape. The bottom part of the outline looks like a rectangle, but this rectangle is too small. The left side of this rectangle is the same length as this side of the outline. Drag the rectangle to the outline shape to give it a try. It does fit the bottom of the outline, but it doesn't fill the space. What other shape could you use to fill the bottom part of the outline? Try the square. That fits. So you need two shapes to fill the bottom part of the outline. Does it matter which one's on the left side and which one's on the right side? Try switching their places. No, switching these two shapes still fills the bottom part of the outline. What about the top part of the outline? It has the shape of a triangle. There are two triangles to choose from. Which one looks like it will fit? Try this one.
no, I have to click and drag it. Sorry, boys and girls.
It works! You use three shapes: a square, a rectangle, and a triangle to make a new shape. Which shapes can you make with these two triangles? Select all the shapes that can be created with the two triangles. Click the check button when you're finished.
Okay, so they're shaped like this. So I think this one, these aren't this right shape of triangle. And that one would fit, but not the other, and this one. But this one does not have two triangles. So I'm going to check these two and see if I'm right.
That's right! These two shapes can be made by putting the two triangles together. You can make the first shape by putting together one triangle on the left and one triangle on the right with their sides touching. This second shape can't be made with the two triangles given because they're not the same size. The third shape can't be made either because the two triangles that make up the shape aren't the same size as the two triangles given. You can make the fourth shape. Put one triangle here, then turn the other triangle and put it here. You can't make the last shape. One triangle can be turned and fit on the top, but the bottom is a trapezoid, not a triangle. So these shapes show two different ways that you can combine the given triangles to make a new shape. Now let's practice.
Okay, now we're going to try a couple activities together. Select two shapes that can be combined to make the shape below. We have a circle. We definitely know that a circle is round, so we know the rectangle is automatically out. We have two half circles that can combine to make a circle.
Great work!
Select two shapes that can be combined to make this shape. We could do a triangle, but then if we do that, it's missing a odd-looking shape. So we could do two squares and just rotate this one. Let's try that one.
Excellent!
Two shapes that can be combined to make this shape. We can take this triangle and flip it, and a square.
Fantastic!
What about this one? We could do this one, and it could flip. We could have a line here down the middle, and it would be A and C.
You did it!
Awesome job. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move on to our workbook pages. All right, boys and girls, we're going to do workbook pages 690, 691, and 693. We're going to figure out how to make different shapes using other 2D shapes. So the first thing we're doing, we're combining shapes to make a new shape. So if we have two rectangles and we squeeze them together, we could make a bigger rectangle, or we could leave one up and we could flip one sideways and we could make like a backward L. Okay, so on one, we're going to circle two shapes that can combine to make the shape on the left. And I'm going to grab my pencil. All right, we have a circle. We've already did this online. We have a semicircle and a semicircle, because if we add those two together, I'm going to do it here, one this way and one this way. There's my circle. Okay, we have a rectangle. Again, we can do two squares. That one is turned to look like a diamond, but if we flip it up the correct way, we actually have two squares. Okay, and this one down here, we did that online as well. If we have a line here, this one can fit in there and this one. So we have these two pie pieces. Okay, remember, I will have blank sheets on Seesaw for you to complete. Okay, we're going to go to the next page. All right, this is page 691. I'm only showing the parts that we're going over. We're going to circle the two shapes that can combine to make the shape on the left. Okay, again, I'm going to grab my pen. Okay, if we do the rectangle, it would go all the way to here, and that's not going to work. So we're not going to be able to use that. Okay, but if I have this part, we could flip it sideways, and there it is, and the other shape would be the square. So you could combine those together and it would make that shape there. So it's the square and the pizza looking shape. Down here, I'm going to cut a piece right there. So what shapes over here look like this? We have the triangle on top and a square. Okay? All right, so make sure those are circled. All right, this is the last page. This is page 693, 1 and 2. You have two shapes over here that are going to combine to make this one on the left. And it says 2. That's why I know we're going to pick 2. Okay, we definitely know that if I cut this like that, I have this on the left and a rectangle on the right. So those would be our two shapes. If I cut this one here, it shows me two shapes. I have a triangle and I have a square. So you're going to, that was a bad circle, but so if we combine those two, there's my triangle and my square. So there is page 693 completed. And we have one more lesson tomorrow, and it will be lesson 12.5.